Hey YouTube, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. It's Fit with Brit Brit. Y'all miss me? Because I for sure miss y'all. Today I want to have a little discussion. I want to talk about like pulling the negative, pulling the positive out of the negative. So, like if you ever ran across somebody who like was negative and bad for you in your life, sometimes it's a lot of things you can learn from them, you know? And I just wanted to talk about it. The bad ain't always bad. It ain't. So, like I'm gonna use like some of my old friends for example because I had a lot of bad friends in my life. So, like I had this one friend. Her name I can't use her name. What am I gonna make her name be? I'm name her Dion. Okay, this lady named Dion. Well, young lady named Dion. She we met. We was like sister wives. I mean, not sister wives. What the hell? We're not sister wives, y'all. We was like hood wives. So, like you know how you meet somebody through your boyfriend? Like her boyfriend was friends with my boyfriend. And we became friends because our boyfriends was friends. So we was like, you know how basketball wives meet up through their men because the men play basketball? We was like that. So we was hood wives because we was in the hood with our boyfriends and we met through our boyfriends. Okay. So I met this young lady named Diana. I don't even know. Dion. Dion. And we went to the same middle school together, but I didn't know her back then. Told y'all I was a lame. I didn't know nobody. We, we hit it off after we started linking up and hanging. At first, I didn't really care for her for some reason. I don't know what it was, but I just wasn't feeling her. But she ended up growing on me, and I ended up growing on her. She like, I didn't care for you either. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. So I met her. We start hanging, chilling, drinking, doing whatever we do on our little double dates or whatever you want to call it. So she turned out to be like a person who always she had a gimme mindset. So like if we hanging out, it's either give me $1, give me some. I need some $5 for a drink. Can you get buy me some? She always wants you to give and buy her something. She was like a moocher. She was a super moocher. She always had her hand out, always want something, and then she get mad if you don't give it to her. And so it's like, girl, you got a job. What did you do with your money? She was the type of girl who stashed her money, and she liked to spend it and use everybody else for their money and for their stuff. So that friendship didn't last long, but we had fun together. But I used to just tell her like I haven't got no money either, cause hell, I did. I was broke back then. I ain't had no money, and so she taught me like when we would hang. She one time I had drove her to the nail shop, and y'all, this before I was like a super diva. Like I always been a diva, but I became a super diva once I got my money up. Like I told y'all, when I got my career and when I could really afford to do everything I want to do. But beforehand, I couldn't really afford to do all that extra stuff. I would do like the basics here and there, but it wasn't like all the time. So I took her to the nail shop one time, and she was getting her nails done and stuff. And this when I was working like 2, 3 jobs. So this was before I had one job. So she like getting her nails done or whatever. So she's sitting at the little parlor thing getting her nails done, and I'm just sitting on the sideline like I'm sitting now. So I'm sitting there like waiting on her to get done. And so she looked over at me and she said, "Come get in the chair. You ain't gonna get your nails done too." I'm like, "Nah, go ahead." Like I wasn't I always liked that type of stuff, but like I said, I couldn't afford it, so I just was chilling out on it. And so what she did was she gave me a mindset shift, y'all. She told me like, she was like, "Girl, you work all them jobs. Treat yourself. It's okay to treat yourself, and get your nails done, girl. Get your nails done." And so I got my nails done or toes done or whatever. And after that, it was a wrap. I ran with it, okay? I took it and I ran with it. So she taught me like more on how to. I always had my hair done though all the time, but I wasn't. Sasha, she's trying to come outside. I wasn't like big on nails and stuff because I couldn't really afford that. I could barely. I made a way to get my hair done, but could barely afford it, the whole shebang, you know. So she told me like, you know, treat yourself, get your hair done, get your nails done, blah blah blah, and then I she like, there's nothing wrong with that, you know, and hey, got turned out. And she taught me like about treating yourself like with real jewelry and nice jewelry and stuff like that too. A long time ago, like I learned a lot of good things from different friends though, for real. So I can't lie about that. Like even though they was horrible, I learned good things. I took some good things from them with me now. And so this other friend I had, I'm gonna name her Tiana. Tiana, she was really feminine. She was real girly. Like I told you, I was girly, but I still kind of had like masculine ways to me. Like I was like rough around the edges, cause like I said, y'all know where I'm from and all that. Anyway, I wasn't taught to be dainty and girly, so I didn't know how to be dainty. This friend I had, she was really dainty, soft spoken, really feminine, really um like quiet. She was um how can I say it? Like she had like standards with men, boundaries. Like she had the game early because she told me her dad and her mom taught her. Like her parents were married, well they still married, but her parents taught her like at a young age, you know, self worth and all that stuff. Don't let nobody, like don't let no man play you and use you. And she was a horrible friend too, but like I said, we ain't gonna talk about the bad. We're gonna talk about the good stuff about her. With her, I learned like how to be more girly, more dainty and stuff. She taught me about like brands too, like household brands and good stuff to buy. Cause when I moved in my first apartment back in the day, I ain't know how to shop, y'all. I was just buy anything, okay? But she like took me coupon shopping or whatever, and showed me like the real, like the good brands and stuff to buy that's actually effective, and it does make a big difference. And ever since I switched out, I ain't turned back. So Tiana was good for that. And her self-worth, like she didn't tolerate and play games with men. That's what I really respected and liked about her, because when she seen he wasn't doing what he's supposed to, or he can't deliver like he promised, she would cut him and be on to the next and won't look back. If a guy cheat on her, she drop him. Like she knew her worth for sure. She knew her worth. Of course she made mistakes as well, because we all, you know, was young and growing and making mistakes as we grow and get older. But having that game prevented her and protected her from like a lot of stuff though. She was like real, she was bossy. She was like a put yourself first type of person, real selfish. But that I didn't realize at the time, that's how you gotta be. That's how you have to be to get respect and to protect yourself and protect your heart. And so I never understood like why she, because I told you I was a people pleaser. Why she was bitchy like that with certain people, especially with guys, because she cut it to the men crazy. But I understand now since I've been dating. But back then I wasn't dating. I was still in my own little situation. So I didn't understand why she act like that and be cutting it to them. And I completely understand now that I'm older and I've been in these streets dating. So that was like that was an eye opener. She was like, she was demanding with them too. She would tell them what she want up front. Like she would be up front with them, straight up. Like she wouldn't waste no time. It's almost like she had like a city girl mindset back then, y'all. This was like in 2014, 15. She had a city girl mindset back then. Not to say she just sleep with everybody and all like how city girls rap, but I mean as far as like she had a hypergamous mindset because she was raised and taught that way. And she was the first person I ever hung around that was like that. And I never understood. I'm like, girl, how are you? But she just was like, my daddy taught me like to be like that, and it just came natural to her. And I used to be just like, dang, how did you get him to do this and that for you? And like, because I told you I was like super independent, so I wouldn't ask. I would never ask for nothing. And she would say, she'd be like, I just ask him. Or she'd be like, I just tell him what I want. But it also plays into how she carry herself, how she look, how she acts, because she carry herself like a lady, and how she act real girly and giggly and feminine and bubbly, and how she probably make the man feel and all that. So, like I said, she had game at a young age. She had a lot of game. And so she taught me like a lot, even though she didn't verbally tell me. You get what I mean? She didn't verbally like give me the rules. But looking back now that I'm older and now that I've been experienced through things, she taught me like kind of how to be in a way, kind of how to boundaries and cutting people and stuff like that. She kind of taught me that, even though she didn't verbatimly tell me, Brittany, this how you do this, Brittany, this how you do that, because I wasn't in that place in my life yet to be that way. Because I still, like I said, I had my own little situation going on. So, but yeah, I learned a lot from her. And then the next friend I'm about to explain to y'all, her name started with a D too. Her name gonna be Danae. So Danae, she like me in a way. She got like a bubbly, she bossy, cause I'm like that too. Demanding, but I wasn't like that with guys back in the day. I was the nice girl around guys. So that's what I mean by when I say like I was the nice girl in that way. And so Danae, I don't know if that's the name I gave you, I forgot. I think I said Danae. Danae was crazy too. She was just like Tiana or whatever I gave for the other girl name. She was just like Tiana. She would straight up just tell them. Or like if when I became super high maintenance, like I told y'all before, when I became super high maintenance, we'd go to the nail shop, and if something ain't right, she ain't take no mess. Like I was the person back in the day. If I didn't like something, I would sit there and not even say nothing. When I was young though, super young, I would not say nothing. Like if they did my nail wrong, I would just deal with it. But my friend Danae, she taught me like, tell them you don't like that. Take it off. You pay. She used to tell me like, you paying your money, and it makes sense. It make a lot of sense. She she ain't let stuff slide. She ain't let stuff slide, and I learned a lot from her too. Cause she cut them to you. And she had told me though straight up. She like, don't be acting scared. Just say what you need to say and say what you want, and don't just take when nobody just don't take something that you don't want from nobody. If you don't like your nails or if you don't like your food or something, send it back. Cause she was that type of person. She embarrassing, embarrassing man. But it makes sense. That you can't get ran over when you around a person like that. And then my last one is well, I'm gonna name her. What's her name? Chanel. Chanel. Um, she taught me. I'm gonna do a part two on this, y'all. She taught me straight up like, you gotta be more of a bitch. You gotta cut into these niggas. She straight up told me. She like, you gotta cut into these niggas. Don't be being so nice. And she was right, cause she used to be mean. I didn't know y'all that men like mean girls, cause I'm already naturally like a little mean. People don't believe this, but I got a mean streak to me. I can be. if I'm pissed off, and my mouth is under construction. My mouth under construction, y'all. So she used to tell me that, like, be mean, you know. You ain't got to be all nice to them and all treating them and letting stuff slide. And you know that I appreciated that. So to sum it all up, I learned a lot from my bad friends because they taught me to be more of a bitch, be more straight up, which is crazy because I'm already a blunt, outspoken person, but I would just kind of like hold it in. But now I don't hold it in. I don't care no more because they don't care no more. I mean, they don't care. They can say whatever they want to you. You should be able to be honest and say what you want and what you're not going to tolerate as well. So yeah, that's it for this video though. And I think that's it for now. If I think of anything else, I'll do a part 2. So I thank y'all so much for watching. And sometimes bad ain't always bad because you can learn a lot from people if you open-minded and you can read between the lines and pay attention. But at this time, y'all, of course, I didn't know. I learned all this stuff after friendships was over and after I did self-reflection and after I started really thinking about the different characteristics of each woman because they all had something in common. Oh, and then Tiana was real high maintenance too. She taught me like about she was real bougie. She was bougie, okay? But I wasn't jealous or never mad. She taught me like about good hair, a lot of good hair brands and stuff to get too. Like, you know, edge control, all that type of stuff like that. Yeah, so the bad ain't always bad. You know, you can learn. You can learn a lot from people. So that's it for this video. Excuse me. Jesus. Thank y'all for watching me. Love you. Have a good one. Bye.